When you're suffering from an illness or a health condition, you may find yourself in a great deal of pain when trying to manage the symptoms. Pain can be subjective, as it can vary greatly from person to person. It can also be a struggle to understand how bad pain is for someone if you've never experienced it yourself. However, the NHS has made a list of what the top 20 most painful health conditions and illnesses are, some of which can last for years and make everyday life very difficult. Here is the list of conditions and their symptoms, as reported by The Express. Top 20 most painful health conditions. Endometriosis. This condition happens when tissue similar to the lining of the womb grows in other places such as the fallopian tubes and ovaries. It can cause chronic pelvic pain as well as some other severe symptoms, and requires surgery in some severe cases. At the moment there is no cure for endometriosis, but there are treatments available to help manage symptoms. Slipped disc. This occurs when the soft cushion of tissue between the vertebrae in your spine pushes out. It can cause severe pain if the tissue is then pressed on the nerves that run down the spine. Back pain, numbness or tingling in the shoulders, arms, back, legs or feet are all common symptoms. A slipped disc can get better slowly with rest, gentle exercise and painkillers, but in more serious cases surgery might be needed. Appendicitis. Appendicitis is inflammation of the appendix. The first sign of this condition is typically a pain in the middle of the tummy that will come and go, before traveling to the lower right abdomen and becoming more severe. Other symptoms of appendicitis include nausea, being sick, loss of appetite, constipation or diarrhea and a high temperature. Broken bones. Bones can break after an accident like a fall or being hit by something. Common signs include pain, swelling and a deformity. You should seek medical advice if you think you've broken a bone. Shingles. Shingles is an infection that causes a painful, itchy rash on one side of the face or body. Before the rash appears, you may feel a tingling sensation in an area of skin, or a headache. The rash can consist of blisters that scab over in 7 to 10 days but take up to 4 weeks to fully heal. Frozen shoulder. If you have a frozen shoulder, it means your shoulder is painful and stiff for a long period of time. This happens when the tissue around your shoulder joint becomes inflamed. Shoulder exercises and painkillers can help to alleviate the symptoms. Cluster headaches. This is a rare form of headache that comes and goes in groups, each attack usually lasting between 1 and 3 hours. It can happen to anyone, but men are more likely to get them, especially when aged in their 30s and 40s. Complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS. People with complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS, experience severe and debilitating pain that can last for years. Most cases of CRPS are triggered by an injury, but the pain is more severe and lasts longer than usual. It usually only affects one limb but can spread. Heart attack. This life-threatening condition occurs when the supply of blood to the heart is blocked. It can cause chest pain, shortness of breath, feeling weak and feeling anxious. However, not everyone experiences chest pain with a heart attack, and in some cases it can be mistaken for indigestion. Kidney stones. These are typically found in the kidneys or in the ureter, the tube that connects the kidneys to your bladder. They can be extremely painful, and can result in kidney infections if left untreated. Arthritis. This causes pain and inflammation in the joint, and can make it very difficult to move around. It's said that around 10 million people in the UK suffer from arthritis or another kind of joint condition. Gout is a type of arthritis that causes sudden severe joint pain that can last up to 2 weeks at a time. Hot, swollen and red joints are another telltale sign. Gout attacks can be medicated with ibuprofen or other anti-inflammatory drugs. Untreated gout can cause lasting joint damage. Sickle cell disease. This refers to a group of inherited health conditions that affect the red blood cells. Sickle cell anemia, a lifelong illness, is one of the most serious types, which can cause painful episodes called sickle cell crises, which can be very severe and last for days or weeks. Fibromyalgia. This is a long-term condition that causes pain over the entire body, making sufferers more sensitive to pain. They might also experience other symptoms such as extreme fatigue, muscle stiffness and insomnia. There is no cure, but there are treatments available to make the symptoms easier to deal with. Migraine. A migraine is more than just a headache, felt as a throbbing pain on one side of the head. Other symptoms can include feeling or being sick, and being more sensitive to light and sound. Sciatica. Sciatica occurs when the sciatic nerve, which runs from your hips to your feet, becomes irritated. Symptoms can worsen when moving, sneezing or coughing. In most cases it gets better within 6 weeks but can last longer. Trigeminal neuralgia. Trigeminal neuralgia is sudden, severe facial pain often likened to a sharp shooting pain or like having an electric shock in the jaw, teeth or gums. Most people experience this in short, unpredictable attacks that can last from a few seconds to about 2 minutes. Acute pancreatitis. Acute pancreatitis occurs when the pancreas becomes inflamed quickly. While most people will recover after a week or so, some people with severe acute pancreatitis can go on to develop serious complications. Stomach ulcer. These ulcers are open sores that develop on the lining of the stomach. If you have a stomach ulcer, you might experience a burning or gnawing pain in the center of the tummy. Pain after surgery. It is expected that you will experience some type of pain after undergoing surgery, although this will vary depending on the type of operation you have had. However, the NHS advises you should never have to tough it out. If you feel the pain is too much, you should see your GP. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages.